Neha and I'm from Vishakhapatnam. I'm 17 years old. I have recently completed my plus 2 from Rajasthan Villa Balika Vidyapeeth, and now I have joined in Azim Premji University, Bangalore. So I can say that I am doing meditation since I'm 4 years old, and meditation has become a daily routine for me. But without meditation, I cannot do anything. I cannot even start the day. So meditation plays a major role in my life, and both my parents, my mom and dad, they have been meditating since before I was born. And my mom used to work for an international NGO. Currently, she teaches meditation to rural areas, and my father works for an NGO for American India Foundation, and that NGO works for the rural people. So both my parents support rural people, mostly villages in the backward areas. Okay, so I can say manifestations and everything play a major role in my life. Manifestations like whatever I think, whatever I believe, and whatever I wish to happen to me happens to me. And that is a major, I can say, a major plus point in my life, which others cannot. Like most of the non meditators or people who don't meditate don't experience it. I can say a small example for that. So I was studying my 12th standard, and I was a part of the student council. And every annual day, the 12th, one of the from 12th receives the Student of the Year award, the Principal Award. And the main criteria for that is to be an old student, that is studying from 4th standard in that university, as well as you should be a part of the Pilani band, which marches before the Prime Minister during the Republic Day. I am neither of them. I don't belong to both of those criterion. But then I thought to myself while meditating, I used to stay in a hostel there. It's a complete residential college. So then I thought to myself, it would be really great if I receive the Student of the Year award. So then while meditating, I just thought it once. Then the annual day came. Then the Student of the Year award, the holder of the Student of the Year award was being announced. And then I was mesmerized as my name was announced. Then I found out from my principal that the criterion for the entire Student of the Year has been changed. So this shows you the power of manifestation and thought power and meditation. So meditation is really important in each and everyone's life, and doing meditation can really bring miracles into your life. So I request everyone to do meditation and be happy and live a joyful life. Now I am here. You might think, why am I here before you talking about all these things? I want to share with you the mm, joy of living, how to live joyfully. I will share about this through my experiences and how I started living joyfully. So, like when I was in school, I used to tell my mom, no one's with me, no one is helping me. I take care of everyone, but no one's with me. Then my mom told, you're seeing from your perspective, look at from their perspective. Maybe it's a different thing. They think they're helping you, but you are not able to see it. Then I started seeing things from a different perspective. So until and unless you see things from a different perspective, you can't understand what it really is. So the first one is to understand things from however they are, like accepting every situation as it is. So when you accept situations how they are, the things change, and you don't start not worrying about those things. So uh, then see, when you have a situation and you are the main victim of that situation, and you're thinking about that situation, you can't understand, you probably cannot come to a solution. So when you come out of that situation and understand the situation and judge it, maybe then you would come to a proper understanding. So if my response is bad for the situation, I should change the response to good, and only then I would be happy and be smiling, and there wouldn't be any different thoughts nor any drawbacks, not thinking that I could have thought like this in that situation, why did I behave such foolishly. So all these things, rather than keeping in your mind and regretting later, you should first understand things from a different perspective and then think about it. So my mom always used to tell me, when I was telling something, she always used to object me. Then I used to tell her, "You don't support me anytime." But later on, now when I'm growing up, and when she told me why she used to object me, then I understood. If I am the victim of the situation, so I don't know how to behave at that time. So when she tells me regarding that situation, only then I can understand. That's the reason why she used to object me, so that she used to put me to think about the situation again and again and change my behavior accordingly. You should be patient. Patience is okay. So when I was in 10th standard, I thought, like, because I was a good athletic too, I thought I would be given the sport that is really good and is really big. I was like, what is she? She's always telling me such things. And then when I came to my 11th standard, I became a member of the student council in the first year I joined my college. And then in my 12th, again, I became the head of the student council, like head of discipline in the school. And then I have received the Student of the Year award. So this tells me and this shows me that I should be patient always. I should accept every situation and be patient, so that there is something, so that I can be happy and be waiting for the thing that is coming in the future and be happy for it. Then you should give others what you lack. I started giving others what I lack. In my childhood, my mom is a divorcee and she is married again. In my childhood, I used to always think, I want a father, I want someone to be there with me and all. Then I started accepting the situation. That's fine. My story has come to an end. Then my sisters, my family members, I thought maybe I am lacking the family situation and the family joy and everything, so I should help them whenever they need, or something like they need any support or something like that. I should go with them, I should help them, I should speak to them. Then I understood that you should give others what you lack. Then major one, I have understood the purpose of my life, that why I'm here and why I'm born, why I should help others, so that it will help many other people. I understood this when I was in my 6th or 7th standard. Whenever people talk about social service or something like that, I used to get connected to it. Then during meditation, I found out that your major thing is to do social service, to help the people, to help others, to bring joy into their lives, to help others to come out of their problems, to help others to be happy and smiling, be whatever the situation is. Okay, so the next one that I have learned is, I should accept every situation as it is, be whatever. Maybe it may be a problem at that time, maybe it may hurt at that time, but later on, you understand the basis of that problem, and you get to know that there's so much different. Every situation teaches you so many things in your life that you cannot regret at that time. Each and every situation has made me stronger day by day, and it helped me to understand every situation better and to understand everyone better. So accept situations situation as it is, so that it may help you in life at that point of time, but later on you will understand the real meaning of it. Actually, people might think that joyful living, happy living needs so much money, so much to do with wealth and all. But no, joyful living doesn't relate to health, like wealth, money, and the on famous and are you famous or not. Joyful living depends on how you spend each and every moment, how you change yourself, how you understand every moment and accept it, and do whatever you feel like at that point of time that is correct. So, joyful living, I have started it. I have started enjoying the joyful living. My mom always used to tell me since my childhood, but I never used to listen to her. Later on, I understood the importance of joyful living. Actually, we have come onto this earth planet to understand, to enjoy, and to learn about various different things. So, why should you always run behind a rat race? Why should you always run behind success? And why should you always waste your time like just roaming around or going behind something that is not important to you? The extra want that should be cancelled off. When I was small, my mom was working at that time, and I was small. My school fees and all didn't take that much money. We used to enjoy every day, every weekends we used to go out. We used to plan a trip every month. And growing up, my school fees raised. I have become older. Then growing up. My school fees have been rising. Then I used to think, oh God, why are we not enjoying right now? Why are we not going out? Why are we not going on trips? Then my mom told me, you should always be happy with what you have. You should be thankful to the universe for giving you such a great life. Then I thought, why is she telling like that? Then I understood that money, not going out on trips or going somewhere doesn't be a joyful living. Joyful living is that you should enjoy each and every situation, take it as it is. And then you can know the true impact of living joyfully. I'm telling all these things so that you can find your way to a joyful living. I hope you understand it. So, you think joyful living, what is it talking about? We are living joyfully, but ask your true self, are you really living joyfully? Are you really enjoying each and every situation? Are you really helping out others? You find the answer. You may understand what living joyfully means. So we always think that joyful living has a lot to do with money and success. So I would tell you one thing now. Success is not about how much money you have made, how famous you are. Success is about, can you really smile from your heart? So ask yourself, can you really smile from your heart? Can you really be happy? And can you really spend the quality time with your family? You may think, what is this? A small child is telling about so many things. But it's never too old. You're never too old to teach and never too young. Okay? So, joyful living, you live joyfully and you'll understand the difference of living joyfully and living a normal life. Everyone leads a normal life. Everyone leads a life. But the difference lies whether you are living the life joyfully or leading a normal life. Normal life means going to the office, reading book, going to the college, spending time with your phone, not giving proper time to your family and all. Living joyful life means even when you are busy, you care for your family. Even when you're out, even when you're in a busy situation, you should untake some time to understand the situation, and then you can understand it betterly and you can mold yourself into a better person. So you might think, joyful living, how do we live joyfully? Joyful living is not something out of your reach. It is something that's always with you. Joyful living means you should be happy with whatever you have. You should be content. Joyful living includes happiness, being joyful, energetic, satisfied. Satisfied coming to the point satisfaction. Satisfaction means you should be content with what you have. Whatever you have, you should be content with that. Be it a small quantity, a smaller amount, or a larger amount. You should be happy with what you have. I'm, as I've already mentioned before, joyful living means you should accept each and every situation as it is, right? So when you accept each and every situation as it is, only then you can be satisfied with whatever you have. I have always heard this. You should be satisfied with what you have. You should not want something that you cannot have, and you should not let go of that thing that you can have, that is in your hands to achieve or to conquer or to get. So, when you think of joyful living, I would tell my childhood experiences to make you understand better. As I've mentioned before already, meditation has played a major role in my life. So when I meditate, I understood my true self. I understood who I am. I understood the purpose of life. I understood that there is no point going behind money or going behind success or being famous. Famous, it feels good. It is your thought and you want it. It feels good to be famous, but you should not always be behind it, not always running behind that fame thing. So, doing meditation, I understood my true self. I understood what I am. I understood to be grounded and to accept each and every situation. So, when I have done that, I got to know a lot of things about life and how you should deal with it in every situation, be it a happy one or a sad one. While meditating, I always used to think, why do people always go behind success? Why is it so that they always be behind it? Then I found some other people around me who are running behind the same. Behind me, running around me means not my family. My family, everyone meditates in my family and all understand the true purpose of life, the true meaning of life. Around me amplifies the people who are who are known to me and whom I have known since my 6th standard or 7th standard. I've seen them running behind success, running behind famous. Even though they're success, they're wanting more and more because we feel once we achieve this, it's over. But no, it never stops there. Once we go there, we always think of the next situation. We always think how to become more famous, how to become more success, how to become more happy. But we never accept the situation and we never enjoy the present moment. So when you enjoy the present moment, only then you can live joyfully. I have started enjoying the present moment. I have started enjoying the situation how it is. So when I have done that, I have started living joyfully. Everyone around me says that there's a difference in you. That's because you should have, you should understand, and you should live happily to the present moment as if it is the last page of your life. The next one is I have learned to be forgiven. So when someone does bad to me or when someone doesn't do whatever I think and always makes me sad and always puts me in difficult situation, when I was a child, I used to be angry at them. I used, so when I was angry at them, later on, that anger used to grow, and it used to have a lot of impact on my life too, because negativity, if it's small or big, it has a lot of effect on you. I have started learning forgiveness. So when I've started to forgive people, only then. So what happens when I forgive people? When I forgive people, I no longer put that bad situation or that thought in my mind. So I release that pattern in my mind, in me, from me. And then, so when I release that pattern from me, I don't have any burden on my head, nor any grudge towards any person. So then I live happily because I have started forgiving people. So when I forgive people, I have also learned that I can be joyful. Then you should enjoy every situation. Actually, we don't have that much money, as many people think that joyful living is related to money, success, fame, and all. But I can tell you with my whole heart that we are living a joyful life. This is because we have started understanding every situation, we have started accepting every situation, and we have understood the true meaning of life. Even though we don't have money, but we never go back in living joyfully. We have small amount of money, we find happiness in that small amount of money. Whatever money you have, you should find happiness in it. Not that you should be eager to earn more and more and more money, but you should find happiness in whatever you have. So my family, like me, my mom and dad, we have started finding happiness in whatever little we have. We have started enjoying with whatever little we have. We have started spending properly and accordingly with whatever we have. And that is when we have started living joyfully. So you might think joyful living may be difficult. It is not something that we can get. But no, it is something that every person can achieve in their life. Every person can believe in joyful living. So when we talk about joyful living, so many questions arise in your mind that what about the poor people? Why are they not joyful? I would like to give you an example. Since we are living in a rural area right now, in a tribal village in Vishakhapatnam, in a tribal area in Vishakhapatnam, that is 120 kilometers away from Vishakhapatnam, Paderu, a hill station, there's a village. We often go to a village here. And let me tell you, the whole village are meditators and they don't eat non-vegetarian. They eat vegetarian food. They earn for their living, not more than that. So I've seen there, they don't have money, but they enjoy their life with whatever they have. We think that sometimes to enjoy, we need to go to pubs, parties, and all. But there I've seen them. Whenever they feel like enjoying, they start doing a tribal dance called Dimsa, and they feel happy in it. So what does it show? It shows you should be happy with whatever you have. You should be content with whatever you have. So then I've asked them, how do you be happy with so many small things? This was in my sixth standard when I asked them, and they told me, we don't depend on money. We earn money for our living, just so that our next day goes on with proper food. But we don't take it as our whole life. We earn money, we do agriculture. They said that they do agriculture and they earn money. They share the crops between them, so that it's like a barter system. They share the crops between them and they get the needs of their for the daily living, and the rest they sell it in the market so that they can get a bit money which they could use later on for if something emergency comes up, or they spend that money in building In, like, what do I say? In, they have a pyramid there, so they spend the extra money in the maintenance of that pyramid, and in making it more beautiful. What do you understand by this? We understand that happiness cannot be measured by money nor wealth. I believe that we have come onto this earth to make some good human experiences, may get the full out of it and go back. So we should be happy with whatever we have. We should be content with whatever we have. And happiness is not something that needs to be explained, not defined. Or joyful living is not something that needs to be explained or defined. Joyful living is something which is reachable and attainable by everyone. There's a lot of choice. Life is about choices. Choices that either would take you to the end of living happily, joyfully, or a choice that would always make you run behind success or fame. So it's up to you to decide how you would live a joyful life, so that when you complete this life on earth and go back, you don't regret about the life you have spent here. In fact, you enjoy and share. As we have friends here, I have also found out that we have friends up. We have a soul family. Now we have a small family. But when we grow, when we end our life here and go up, we have much more bigger family than we have. It's a soul family. Your you We may end our life, our body may die, but our soul lives on. So when we go up, we can share our happiness and the way we have spent our life with our friends up there. Think, how do you want to live? A joyful life or a rat race? A race that never stops, a race that continues even when you have achieved what you want. I can say that you can live joyfully, even not even. You can live joyfully if you do start meditating. Meditation helps you to understand things, and it even helps you to understand who you are, and what for you are on this earth planet. It tells us to be satisfied. When you start meditating and when you start meditating, it makes you pleasant, it makes you patient. So when you become pleasant and when you are happy, meditation gives an inner happiness to you. So that happiness and that pleasantness will help you in leading a joyful life, a life that can never be measured but can always be enjoyed and experienced with full of excitement. Joyful living is something that is not measurable. Joyful living is, what can I say? I think so. You should experience joyful living to understand what it is. You should experience joyful living to know what it is and how it feels to be joyful. Ah, yes. So, you think joyful living, even after listening to me, do you think joyful living is something that you cannot achieve, or something that you cannot get? What do you think? Joyful living is something that you can get and it is at your reach. It's not something that you should get. It's something that when you start enjoying things, start accepting every situation, and when you start living the moment to the fullest, you automatically have a joyful life. Joyful life, it includes spending quality time with nature. How do that relate? So when you spend quality time to the with nature, you get connected with the universe, because nature is where you have come and is where you will go back to. Spending quality time with nature and in nature gives you a lot of happiness because you go back and connect to the roots from where you have come, from where you have arisen. Each and every day, you spend at least half an hour to yourself and ask yourself, how do I be happy? How do I smile? How can I smile at each and every moment, even if it is difficult? Then you may probably find your answers in the day's period or in the future, but you'll surely find a way and a path for a joyful life. After listening to all this, what do you think are the main takeaway points to lead a joyful life? The main takeaway points to lead a joyful life is first, you should live purposefully. Then, you should understand who you are and why you are here. Then, you must give others what you lack. And the fourth one is you should have an attitude of forgiveness, an attitude to forgive people, be it whatever the situation is, and understand their point of perspective. Then you should enjoy each and every moment to the fullest as if it is the last page of your life. You should be positive and accept every situation. So, coming to the point positive, you think we are positive all the time. No, we are not positive all the time. I tell you an example. When we see an accident or something like that, we think first we look at the accident site. We think, okay, so there is no one who is injured. When we look, we find, oh, no one is injured. This means you're giving a thought that, oh, oh, someone may be injured. That you are giving to yourself. First, you're looking at that situation. You're thinking, oh, maybe someone might have been injured. This means you're already giving a negative thought which is not even good to you, not to others. Negativity. You should help others when they are in difficult times, but you should not go away with that flow, because when you go away with that flow, you get into a negative cycle, negative life. Negative emotions arise in you, and that negative emotions are harmful to you as well as other people. So you should always see the situation from afar. Think some of the situation has happened to someone, have happened to someone, and you suppose now I'm talking, and suppose when I'm talking in my class to people, and there's so many people, and few of them stand up and they go away. Then what do you think? You feel angry. You feel that, oh God, why are they getting up? You feel irritated because you get distracted. Then what do? Normally you find anger. You hate them because they have gone out during the middle of a class. This is the same thing that happens to a teacher when she's teaching us. When we don't listen to the class, she starts hating, and then her behavior towards the person changes. So, so when the teacher asks the people, should I be angry towards them or should I just leave them? We say, no, you cannot be angry. The situation may be different. So, it's the same in everyone's life. Until and unless you see the point from other person's perspective and understand why they are behaving the way with you, or why they are like that, only then you can understand. It's not always about us, it's about others too. And when we start understanding about that others, then we can easily be happy and joyful with the kind of life we are living. Joyful life, you should always be positive. You should never be negative. You should understand situation from other perspective, and then you will probably find a solution. You should always have a response that is good to you, not good to the situation, but a response that is good to you and also to others. Only then you can have a happy, joyful life. So from today onwards, I request you all to be happy, to be positive, to accept every situation as it is, and to understand the purpose of your life. It's never too late to understand the purpose of your life. Maybe you're 40 years old, 50 years old, and there's 10 more years to live. But still, the 10 more years count. There's a lot of change when you change, even when there's a single day left. So think. So never think it's too late. Think as if you have got a chance to live your life joyfully and enjoy it. In the end, I would like to say one thing. I would like to mention Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, the master from whom we have learned many things and whom I in person have learned a lot. My mother and all. He is a guru of meditation. And he always tells one thing that's really important. He always states the statement, I quote it, we are not human beings. I quote it again. Sorry. We are not human. Yeah. So in the end, I would like to quote Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji's statement, which states that we are not human beings out to have spiritual experiences, but we are spiritual beings out to have human experiences. So we are here to have human experiences. We are already spiritual beings. So there's nothing we need to get depressed. We just get into this life. We just get into these emotions, get surrounded by it, get tied with it and connected with it, that we are not able to relieve ourselves. We are true spiritual beings from birth. But coming into this earth planet, coming onto this world, you get, what do I say? You get away from your path which you have always been, and you get connected to the situations, the people. You never get connected to the situations and the people, because when you start doing it, you'll always feel bad. And when you stop connecting to the people, connecting to the situations, only then you can have a happy life, a happy and a joyful one, and also a spiritual one. A spiritual life is something that every person should attain, and it is related to joyful life. When you're spiritual, you'll attain a joyful life, because spirituality allows you to understand, to experience, and to learn many things that have not been possible. There's so much beyond medicine, beyond science, that we should understand. We should accept each and every situation as it is, be it whatever it is. One more thing I want to say. Recently, my grandfather passed away. Okay. So at that time, if it's someone else, they would have gone into that situation, they would have get connected to it. And my mother, it's my mother's father. So if it's someone normal, the person might have felt really bad for losing the father, for not having him anymore with him, for and re and you go back to that situation, go back and think about it again and again, again and again. But my mother understood, because she's spiritually turned. She has understood that his lifetime has been completed. And she even told me, I asked her, are you not sad? She told me, if it's a birthday, are you happy that you're wearing a new dress, or are you sad? I said, I would be happy that I'm wearing a new dress. Then she said, in the same way, you should be happy that, uh, and she told that in the same way, I'm happy that my father lifetime into another lifetime, into another, she's living a life, because she's not getting connected to the situations, not the people. She's seeing things from a different perspective, and she's understanding each and everything. So we should now onwards, we'll make a pledge that we will not waste our human experiences for which we are here, and we'll enjoy each and every situation as it is. Coming to the point, human experience, be it a minute one or a large one, but human experience is an experience, and we all have to experience it, be it however it is or whatever the situation is. I feel we all are here to have a very good human experiences. And after listening to the quote, after listening to that statement from our Guru Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, I am completely to it that we are human, we are spiritual beings to have human experiences, and we should always be happy for such. Now let us make a pledge. Let us make it to ourselves for the good of us that we would be happy, we would smile, we would understand each and every situation and be happy. And we will not let go of the human experiences for which we are here. And we should not get connected, we should not be too emotional. And we will be happy, we would do meditation and lead a spiritual life. Thank you. In the end, I would like to thank Vani ma'am for giving me this wonderful opportunity to share how I am living a joyful life, and to also make you realize how to live a joyful life. Thank you, Vani ma'am, for getting me here onto this platform and making me share my experience. Thank you.